Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, the game that has outlived most colonies, most generations. You know, the game you get on, you create your favorite characters, and then you just kind of stand there. What if I told you that there was a game that came out before Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2? Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1. Well, duh, it was a Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1. It is called Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, so obviously it had to be a first one, right? Everybody knows that, right? Well, that's where you'd be wrong. What if I told you that most people who are fans of the Xenoverse series have never actually played Xenoverse 1, the first game? Now, I can't exactly blame anybody for skipping over the first game. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 has been out for almost 10 years and is still getting ongoing support to this day, and it runs very cheap nowadays. I mean, you can get pretty much the entire game and all the DLC packs for what, like maybe 20 or 30 bucks? They even added the Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1 story to Xenoverse 2 as a DLC pack. Like, what? But regardless, when it comes to history, there are still some things that are better shown than told. So with that being said, I invite you all into my domain, into my time machine. I am a Xenoverse historian, and I offer to take you guys back to a time when life was a lot simpler. Back to the time when Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1 first got released. I'm gonna show you guys the history of Dragon Ball Xenoverse. All right, so before we get into the history lesson for today, I first got to give a few announcements. This is a new series that I want to do on my channel. Tell me what you guys think about that. Are you guys down for the Dragon Ball Xenoverse Revisited series and just the Dragon Ball games Revisited series in general? If so, let me know down below. Shoot me a few ideas. Now, let's go ahead and get into our history lesson for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1. The game first released back in February of 2015, over 10 years ago. This was probably the most anticipated Dragon Ball game in a very long time. What made this game so hyped and so anticipated was the fact that this was the first Dragon Ball game that we could create our own original character and go through a whole— Oh, but what about Dragon Ball Online? Technically, Dragon Ball Online was the first one to have the whole created character thing, but look at the camera, look at me.
Did you play that game?
Is that game even still active? Like, can you even still go online and play that? So like I said, Dragon Ball Xenoverse was the first series that you could create your character in and go through an original story. And at the time, the hype was real. You had to be there. You had to be there.
All right, guys.
This is Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1. And as you guys can see, there are already quite a few similarities. You could create up to 8 characters in your character created slots, right? Level 99 was the level max in this game. There was no level 120, 140, or 160. When Xenoverse 2 first came out, level 99 was the level cap for the longest until future updates. Xenoverse 1 was only supported for like a year, so there were no updates. So we're gonna go ahead and go through the old times with Nora. Let's go ahead and try to join a multi-lobby. Last time I tried to do it, I couldn't even join a multi-lobby. It gave me an error message. The game is so old, I can't even go and hang out with people. The game said, no man, go play Xenoverse 2 if you want to do that. Yeah, see, I can't join. Someone email Bandai Namco, email Siriax, help me out, man. I'm trying to get into the Xenoverse 1 multi-lobby. So, welcome to Toki City. Not Kanton City, Toki City. This was the original city for the Xenoverse series. And as you guys can see, it's a lot smaller and the frame rate is a lot worse. So some of the first things I want to point out in this first hub world for the Xenoverse series, there was no flying. All the cool things that you can do in the second game, that doesn't exist in this game at all. All you could do is jump. There's no space pods, no bikes, no cars, no trucks, no flying, no nothing. All you could do was just walk at this leisurely pace to everywhere you needed to go, right? You guys might see some familiar characters. There's Elder Kai right there. There are the parallel quest stations, online battle stations right over here. This is the Tino Force. You know, if you guys go through Xenoverse 2, you might have ran across these characters in different spots in the hub world in Kanton City. Well, they're all right here. Yo, look at this frame rate. So you guys know the new hub world they added in the Xenoverse 2 lobbies now. Have you guys ever wondered where this little hub world came from? It's going back to Xenoverse 1. It's right here, right? So this is completely ripped from the first game. As you can see right here, it's the same exact thing. I think this is a really good callback to the people who played the first game. If you go right up here, you can summon for Shenron. Right over here is the World Tournament area. It's pretty much the same. It looks the exact same, honestly. When it came to customizing your character, it's pretty much the same thing, as you guys can see. Instead of Super Souls, it's Z Souls in this game, but it has the same exact function. One big thing that they changed in Xenoverse 2, in Xenoverse 1, different clothes affect your stats. In Xenoverse 2, you could pretty much wear whatever you want thanks to the things they added, QQ bangs that overwrite the effects that clothes have on your stats. But in Xenoverse 1, that didn't exist yet. So, you know, clothes affect your stats. So unfortunately, you know, you couldn't just wear whatever you wanted depending on what kind of character you wanted to have, right? You know, say you wanted to wear Android 17's clothes right here. But as you guys can see, it kind of doesn't do anything for your stats. It even lowers your stats a little bit. So you're kind of decentivized to wear whatever you wanted, you know? Or if you wanted to wear Beerus's outfit right here, but as you guys can see, it lowers your health and your ki by quite a lot. So, you know, some people might not want to do that. And that was one thing that got a lot of criticism in this game that was ultimately changed in Xenoverse 2 for the better. Now, when it comes to the skill sets, as you guys can see here, you have 4 super attacks, 2 ultimates, and an evasive. Do you notice something that's missing? I'll give you 2 seconds to think of what it is. Time's up. It's missing the transformation slot. The transformations in this game, like Super Saiyan, Kaioken, all that was actually tied to ultimate attack right here. So transformations counted as ultimates, right? So here, as you guys can see, unlock potential, that's what it was called in this game, not potential unleashed. You know, in Xenoverse 2, you have its own separate slot. Thankfully, another great change that happened in Xenoverse 1, there was no training mode. That was completely new. One of the biggest and best things they added to that game. I think I got everybody unlocked. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so I got everybody unlocked, obviously. This game only had 2 DLC packs, right? If I remember correctly, it was GT Goku, GT Trunks, and Pan. These were DLC. And then these were base roster, right? All 6 of these were base roster. And then it was Blue Goku, Blue Vegeta, Golden Frieza, and Jacko as DLC. And that was it. That was all this game had. Yeah, that was crazy. And now we got Xenoverse 2. We got like 1 million DLC packs. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and try and show off how Xenoverse 1 was played. Like, I can't even move. Like, yeah, this is crap. I haven't played this game in so long. Oh, what's that? Okay. Oh my god. Okay, so one of the main things that is different from this game when it comes to Xenoverse 2 is oh my god, get off me! So one of the main differences is you can't key cancel in this game. Right, so for all you key canceling lovers in Xenoverse 2, you can't do that in this game. Yeah, Assault Rain has 0 tracking in this game. I like Xenoverse 2. This game feels terrible to play. Holy crap! Like, this game feels awful. I'm just gonna come in now. Alright, I'm gonna try again. Alright, so once again, no key canceling. There's also no burst dashing, right? So you know, in Xenoverse 2, you can close the distance really well. That does not exist in this game. So the main way to kind of get around in this game was just like regular dashing like this. But the hit detection was so bad, as you guys can see right there. Hit detection was so bad sometimes that like this never worked. I think Goku himself has a really good hit priority in this game with his fucking elbow. But like a lot of characters just could not fucking hit. Like if you're dashing, like look at that. If you're dashing like that with most characters, you can't hit them. So Super Saiyan functions kind of different in this game too. So in this game, when you go Super Saiyan, you get infinite ki. Right, so I can sit here and spam. This is Super Saiyan. As you guys can see, my ki is not going down. Okay. I can also spam ultimate. Watch this. Yeah, look at that, see? Yeah, so there we go. But when your ki does run out, as you saw, your stamina kind of goes away with it. Another big thing this game does not have is stamina breaks. So you know stamina breaks in Xenoverse 2, one of the best ways to get guaranteed damage. You can't do that in Xenoverse 1, right? So you're probably asking, well, how do we land our big ultimates? Well, you kind of did it. I'm not gonna lie. Most ultimates in this game, I would say over 80% of ultimates in this game were unusable. Look at this game. This game's terrible. The AI in this game was fucking terrible. Yeah, the AI in this game was absolutely terrible. Like they would spam key blast and run away the whole time. It was awful. Yeah, guys, that was Xenoverse 1's combat. There's some tech in this game that I definitely want to get into, but I'll try to save that for another video in the future. But yeah, man, this game is honestly pretty terrible. I don't understand how I played this for 3,000 hours back in the day. I mean, to be fair, I was pretty sweaty on this game. I mean, I played this game, like I said, for over 3,000 hours. Absolutely crazy. All right, y'all, and that is going to wrap up our history lesson for today on the original Dragon Ball Xenoverse. This game had its charm back in the day, man. I can't even deny it. You just kind of had to be there, man. These lobbies right here, they were bussin'. Like bussin'. People everywhere having a good time playing. I mean, the game had trash frame rate, bad hit detection. You know, it was a mess, right? But it was our mess and we loved it. And the good thing about this game was we didn't really play this game for long until Xenoverse 2 came out. Now, the unfortunate thing is in current day, you know, we're still waiting for Xenoverse 3. That's another video for another day, man. Xenoverse 3, I mean, I don't know where that's at, man. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video right there. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Did you enjoy the video? If you did, make sure to leave a like down below and consider subscribing for more content like this in the future. Once again, this is gonna be an ongoing series on my channel. I plan to do more videos on this game and other Dragon Ball games in the future. When it comes to this game, I definitely want to show off the more crazy and broken stuff this game had. I mean, this game was absolutely horrid. It was broken. Like, it was terrible, right? So I definitely want to make some videos talking about that stuff more in detail. And if you guys want to see that, let me know down below. But I'm gonna go ahead and leave the video, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.